Hey everyone, Jamie Lee here. I am so glad that you are checking out this sneak peek and just getting an idea of what a challenge group is. And so I want to kind of explain how this event works. I'll basically spend this time during this live video just explaining what is a challenge group, what does it entail, and doing my best to answer those questions. But then over the next several days, I will also post some pictures and things that kind of sum up some of the things that I'm talking about right now. So that's in case it's so much information in this video, I'll be sending, some more copies of that. So if you're more visual, I kind of am. If you're more visual, you can look at like the breakdown of things. But let's just jump right in. So what is a challenge group? It's basically a group of people who are committed to working on their health goals together. So how do we do that? We do it through a free app that you download onto your phone. It's called the My Challenge Tracker app, and it is really cool because it allows you to kind of track your progress. You can log your measurements before you start, your starting weight, your before picture. You can write out what your goal is, like what your why is behind why you're in this group. You can log your daily workouts, your daily shakes, and really just go to that group kind of for a source of community, but also just a place to share struggles, to celebrate victories, and just to kind of find community. So even though one of the coaches on our team explains it this way, and I love how she puts it, even though you're on your own journey, most of the time it can kind of feel like you're by yourself. Especially if you're the only one person in your home who's trying to make these healthier lifestyle changes. A lot of times it can feel, you can feel disconnected from a community like you might have if you're in a gym or something. But what's really cool about the challenge group is that you are still connected to a community of people who are doing the same workouts. They're trying to make the same changes in their eating habits and really striving towards, goals that are similar to yours. So that's pretty neat when you get to walk that journey with others and be encouraged by others. So that's just a very basic summary of what a challenge group is. A lot of people ask, how long does the challenge last? Well, usually what I say to that is 1 month minimum. However, the way that I run my specific group, and I'll talk a little bit more about this in a minute, but mine basically lasts for a year. And so as much as you want to engage it for a year, that is my desire for you. But we say 1 month minimum because if you choose to do kind of the challenge group package, that is just an incredible value. I'll break that down for you in a moment. But if you choose to do that, then you get a 1 month supply of Shakeology. And so that's a good time to really get your feet wet with the program and see what that superfood shake can do for you. So that's usually the average time of a duration for programs is about 3 to 4 weeks too. So it lets you kind of get one round of a program of drinking your shakes every day under your belt. So that's usually when people say, how long am I committing to this for? What I always tell my challengers is you're in it as long as you want to be in it. Like, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere, but I ask that starting out you make that 1 month commitment. So, like I said, it's the community aspect of it is really neat, but I wanted to share with you what is unique about my specific group, because there are a lot of coaches and what's neat about this business of coaching is that it is my own business. It is, so-and-so's own business. And so you get to run your groups however you want to. And so I really focus on some specific things in my group that are unique to our group, that aren't necessarily what our company says to do or what other coaches, follow. But I asked current challengers in our group what they loved about the group, and I wanted to just read a few of their comments to you, and I think that will be a good way to kind of begin explaining how our group is unique and what is unique about it, and that will help you get a good feel for whether or not it's a good fit for you. So one of them said, I like that it's different, not just about physical health, but spiritual as well. Another friend wrote, I agree, it's about our relationship with God as well. This group focuses on both being important. Someone else wrote, I like the accountability, the encouragement, also the fact that it is not just about discipline in eating or exercise, but getting into the Word, getting into Scripture, focusing on spiritual growth as well as a healthy body and a healthy lifestyle. Then another friend wrote, the group is accountability and encouragement together. And I'm really thankful for the way it brings people together on different journeys for the common goal of overall health and wellness, spiritually, physically, and mentally. And so I feel like it's good to share with you what others are saying about the group, because that's everything that they shared. That's my goal for our group. I do see health as not being just a physical thing. I think that incorrectly, I know I did this, we tend to put different areas of our life into boxes, and I believe that if you are a believer, then that side of who you are, it shouldn't just be a side of who you are. Like, it should permeate every area in your life, including your physical health. And I've seen personally just how, let me back up. From when I first started my physical health journey, I did not see the spiritual implications in it. I did not see how closely connected spiritual disciplines were to physical disciplines. And it wasn't until I began to make those changes and start new routines and really try to cultivate intentionality in that area of my life that I began to realize how interwoven it was with, my personal time in the Word, my personal time just in prayer, and just cultivating relationships with my husband, my boys. It really opened my eyes to seeing just how all of that is connected. Like, we can't separate it and say, oh, well, this is my physical life and my spiritual life and my mental and my emotional. I really believe that God created us all as very complex creatures. And I think that it is wise, if we are pursuing physical health goals, that we understand what should be our spiritual motivation behind that, and what obedience and stewardship looks like. It has just been my experience that when I lose sight of that, I lose sight of motivation. I don't really want to persevere as much because I tend to become more focused on things that will pass away, that don't matter as much. But when I stay focused on obedience to the Lord and stewardship of what He's given me, then that fuels my motivation for being healthy physically. So that's kind of how our group differs. And if you saw the post, if you look at the discussion thread in this group, I posted a graphic a couple of days ago, maybe it was yesterday, that just talks about how we pursue intentionality in 5 main areas. And I won't walk through all of that right now because you can read the graphic. But intentional thoughts, which kind of focuses on your personal time in the Word. Intentional movement, and I've heard another coach describe it as working in, by putting truth inside our minds, by spending time in the Word, and then working out, that physical movement, the exercise, the fitness programs. Intentional community. We cultivate community within the challenge group, but then also just we place a high value on making sure you're keeping the relationships in your life that should be a priority. So we talk about that. Intentional fuel, and that's mainly the nutritional side of things. I think that that's an area that most people struggle with the most, not knowing what to eat, how much to eat, when to eat, all of those things. So that's a huge part of the group. And intentional rest. That's one that I've really been convicted about personally lately. And just how when I'm not getting enough rest, usually it's because of a pride issue in my own heart, and me thinking that, the world won't go around if I don't get XYZ done. So that's a focus as well that I think is very important in our group. So we're cultivating discipline in what matters most in our personal time with the Lord, relationships, roles, responsibilities, and health stewardship. So where do we get our workouts? Where do we get our nutrition plan, our superfood shake? Our company's products, maybe you've heard of them before, Beachbody, they have all been bundled into an amazing package, and it's called the All Access Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology Challenge Pack. And so basically, I want to walk through with you what all that covers and then the price of it. So there is the fitness side of things, and that is valued at over $7,000. So maybe you've heard of some of Beachbody's programs, P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix. Those are some of the more popular ones. Every program they've ever created, which are legitimate, outstanding programs that have proven results with so many people. Every program that they've ever created, through this package, you get access to every single program for a year, including first access to unreleased programs. So we just had a brand new program released a couple weeks ago. We have one coming up June 12th, and then another one mid-July. Those are only the ones we know about. Usually release another one in the fall. So, I'm sorry, I was getting a phone call. So that is valued at over $7,000. Then you also get the portion control containers. That's valued at $20. Those containers take the guesswork out of meal planning. They're amazing, and they really teach you how to portion out every meal easily and still enjoy some favorite treats. So then there's our premium meal replacement, which is valued at $130. That's 1 month's supply of Shakeology on Home Direct. This is a natural superfood packed meal replacement shake that helps you lose weight in a healthy way. It helps you fight cravings, increase energy, and improve digestion. And I can tell you it's done all of those things for me. I've drank it every single day for the past 3 years while pregnant, while nursing and breastfeeding a baby. It's just amazing. What makes it so great is it's all whole food ingredients. That's one of the most important things anytime you consume any product is you should be reading the ingredients list. And I always love to encourage people when they're considering Shakeology to look at the ingredients, because you won't find anything but whole food ingredients. So you also get a 10% Beachbody discount. You also get a 1-year challenge group support. You get a daily coach, which is valued at about $100 an hour. That's something that I take very, very seriously. The coaches on my team take it seriously. We are not just selling a product. In fact, I don't think that any of us would be doing this if it were selling a product. We, once you purchase a product, that's when things really begin with us. That's when we really are saying, okay, we are committed to walking with you and really helping you as much as possible. We're not just saying, buy this and then we'll see you later. Like, we are here as long as you want to utilize us. So you get that daily coach. You get the accountability group, which is valued at about $100 a month. That has healthy recipes, complete meal plans, printable shopping lists, daily check-ins, and a community of like-minded people who are on the same journey with you. And I did not realize the value of that until I experienced it. It's amazing. So total value for all of those things I just listed is over $9,000. That's 12 months of support. All of that is bundled into just $160. The regular price even is $199, but it's on sale currently for $160. So it's an amazing value. So what's the plan for this group? What's the plan for my specific group? I'll share with you my plan, which you are more than welcome to join, but I know that every individual is different, and what works for one person might not be the best fit for another. So know that there's flexibility in that. I have set up my group. Some coaches will run groups. They start a new one every month, and I did that last year, but I decided to change it up this year and just have one ongoing group from January to December. Mainly because of this all access pass and the fact that you get all access to every program. Previously, you would have to purchase one program, and that's great, and you can do one program multiple times and get a lot out of it, but eventually you your body will plateau. And so with the All Access Pass, you don't ever have to worry about that, because it's basically the Netflix of fitness. You are getting access to every program, and so after you tire of one, if you're kind of bored or lacking motivation, you go to another one. If your body is starting to plateau, go to another program. And they're constantly releasing new programs. And so it really is like Netflix. You have so many options. If you start one and realize this isn't the best fit for me, I'm not set up for success doing this program, you do a different program. And I always like to talk with my challengers about where I think they should start, what would be the next best thing for them based on their interests, their fitness level, their health limitations. All of that is taken into account. So because of the All Access Pass, that's why I have this ongoing group. I'm very, very passionate about this not being just a 30-day challenge. I don't want you to see it as, oh, this is just so I can lose some weight and then go back to how I was living. I want you to see this as establishing healthy lifestyle habits that change. I don't want it to be just something that you do for a month. And I'm very passionate about that because it's been a change in our life. In my entire family's life, we've been able to change how we eat. My enjoyment of cooking and meal planning it went from hating it to loving it, because I feel very well equipped, and I'm part of a community where we can share ideas and just kind of talk through all of that. So having said all that, I know that some of you watching this video, you might have just joined and you might be ready to start a program tomorrow. And if so, that is fine. I just always share with the group what I am doing, and you're welcome to join me in that or continue on your own program. The accountability, the encouragement, the motivation is still there, definitely. So here's my plan. I just finished a program on Friday, Hammer and Chisel, great program. So I've got about 2 weeks before my next thing starts, and I'm going to just kind of do mainly some yoga and kind of let my body recover a little bit. But June 9th, I'm going to be doing a 3-day refresh, which you're welcome to join me in if you would like. I've done that one other time about a year ago. And it's just kind of like a cleanse. It can kickstart. If you're wanting to start a new program, it's a great thing to just begin with. And then June 12th, a new program is being released. It's 7 workouts from Shaun T. He's the creator of Insanity, T25. He's known for having really intense workouts. But that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to be doing Shaun Week, 7 workouts from Shaun T, starting June 12th. And then on June 19th, I'm going to start Core to Force, which was a program that I had really great results with back in November and December. And that will lead up to the release of a brand new boot camp style program coming out in July called the Shift Shop, S-H-I-F-T, Shift Shop. We're really excited about this. My husband and I are actually getting to go to our company's leadership conference in July, and we got to choose one of the super trainers and a workout to exercise with, and we get to work out with this new trainer and do this new program. So I'll be sharing about that. Super excited. It looks like a really neat program. So that's my plan for the next several programs that I'll be going to. So I would love to have you join. I hope that this video shows you some of my heart behind my group and how I really want it to be about making lifestyle changes. I want you to understand that there is a spiritual side to it, and so you won't be thrown off when you see that in our group. We really try to focus on the things that we feel are most valuable, but we do want to pursue discipline and diligence with what we've been given, and not use grace as an excuse. But we talk all the time about, it's not about being perfect, it's about making progress. And so you'll see, if you join our group, the statement a lot, progress not perfection, progress not perfection, because imperfect progress, as Laura Casey says, is still progress. And so that's our goal. That's a little bit about our group. I would love to have you comment on this video. Let me know your thoughts. If you learned something new from this, any questions you have. I would love to hear your feedback on that. Stay tuned, because over the next several days I will be posting more information. There will be the chance to join the group. There will be a chance to be put into a drawing for a really cool prize. So super excited about that. Super excited about those that have already joined this month and that are getting started with us. So thanks again for watching. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time, but again, please don't hesitate to ask any questions, and hope you have a great night.